What's going on, TTC? It's the new Rob Report. Coming at you with another first thing in the morning on the way to work video. Because I just haven't had time to do my videos the way I normally do them on my PC. Or for me to edit them and all that shit. But it's Blue Friday. And we got some football coming up this weekend. Our beloved Seattle Seahawks taking on the winless Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 0-7, 0-8, something like that. I'm not sure if they had a bye week or not yet. Over. The Buccaneers are over. Buccaneers don't have a quarter. Well, they got a quarterback, but it's a who's that quarterback? Their star running back was injured. He's out for the season. They got a wide receiver who used to play down here in San Diego, Vincent Jackson. I suppose he's played well this year. They got a defense that has performed under what was expected, under expectations. And there again, they just haven't been able to win. They can't win at home. They can't win on the road. They can't win, period. Hard to do that with those type of hard to do that with the situation that they're in. That said, matter of fact, for that very reason, I am going to go into this game cautious and very much not overly confident, because for some reason, and I'm hesitant to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. For some reason, Seattle tends to play down to their opponent's level. Even though we win, we very rarely, even last year, well, with the exception of a couple games, in my opinion, we tend to not blow teams out that we should blow out. No doubt in my mind that we should have whooped the Rams' ass on Monday, but we didn't. Now, we all saw the game, we know why, but I think for some reason the Seahawks always end up playing down to their opponent's level. I wouldn't be surprised if we only beat Tampa by, 10 or 11 points. And we may not get to that 10 or 11 point margin late in the game. I don't know what it is, but it just seems that way. It seems like we're always playing down to our opponent's level. And let them stay in games. We're not going ahead and putting points on the board, and I don't know. I don't know if it's the play calling or what it is, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope my assessment is completely false or incorrect or whatever. But that's what it seems to me. We always end up Tennessee, man, I don't think Tennessee should have been as close. Tennessee game should have been as close as it was. But, I'll give the Carolina game because it was week 1, still ironing things out. Percy Harvin's not going to play again, and I guess I'm okay with that. I picked him up in my fantasy team and everything, thinking, all right, here we go. And nobody in my fantasy team picked him up. I said, everybody's sleeping on Percy Harvin. Man, I picked that fool up. Was all excited till yesterday when I already wasn't going to play. So now I got to drop somebody else. I had to drop somebody to get him. And since he's not going to play, I got to drop somebody else to start in his place, because there's nobody else on my team that was going to give me any points. So Sidney Rice is out for the rest of the year, and I am one to say that I am not too upset about it. Sidney Rice is a big money player, but he's not a big money performer. Okay? He's a big money roster spot, but he's not a big money performer. And as far as I'm concerned, I personally believe that we won't see him in a Seahawks jersey again. And that doesn't bother me either. I got no beef with Sidney Rice, but Sidney Rice has been about, as in my opinion, again, has been about as productive as Deion Branch was for us. Paid Deion Branch all that money after he was Super Bowl MVP. He came out, was with us for, what, 3 years, and did very little as far as production. Almost had a damn car accident. You guys stop letting me do these videos in the morning while I'm driving. Very little in terms of production. Just like Deion Branch. So, yeah, Sidney can go. Sidney can go. Sidney, I've seen him what looks like quit on routes. Drop passes. The one where he hurt his knee. I think he had that ball in his hands, didn't he? I don't know. So I'm not all that upset seeing Sidney out. I mean, I never want somebody to get hurt. I'm not all upset seeing Sidney not playing the rest of the year. Not being on the field. I'm sad that he got hurt, and never want to wish for a person to hurt himself. I want everybody to have as long a career as possible. Hey, I know this person. Hey. Yeah, imagine that. You don't live here anymore.
What time do you work?
I work at 8.
What are you doing? You're late.
Nah, I'll be there.
I work at 8 too.
What are you doing here, though?
I drive the back way.
Really?
I hate the 805.
Oh. Alright, I'll see you there.
Plus, I have to put my makeup on while I drive.
Of course. You don't... Oh, these videos of driving are actually kind of funny. Alright. So, yeah, Sidney Rice is gone. So now we're going to have Baldwin, Tate, no Harvin this week, but we will have us some Jermaine Kearse action. Sign Ricardo Lockett. I hope they put Lockett right on the field, honestly, because I liked what that kid was doing last year. Or was it the year before? Last year, the year before, when he caught a couple big balls. I think it was the year before. And yeah, he's got good speed. He just needs a little bit more, game experience. But I hope we try to utilize him as much as we can. And yeah, the offensive line, that's the real reason. The offensive lineman is terrible right now, and that's why these teams that have been giving us fits have been able to do so. But still, I mean, I don't know. They're running us. They're rushing off the edge, and I don't know if it's Russell Wilson not, being hesitant to run or what. But I mean, the sacks that he took on Monday was like, what? Like he was just standing there taking them. I guess I don't know. I'm sure they were containing him and giving him pressure up the middle too, and just he had nowhere to go. But it just seems like before he could make something happen, is he just keeping it? I don't know. Maybe because he's getting caught from behind every time he tries to run. A couple weeks ago and did that ball, or against St. Louis, getting that ball swapped out. Anyway, I don't know. This video is getting ridiculous now. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their defense is decent on paper, but hasn't performed well really on the field. Doesn't mean they won't. They're playing at the Clink, which is not going to bode well for their up and coming quarterback, their backup running back, or anybody else on their offense. And we should hopefully be able to get Marshawn going. This a 23-yard, 8 rushes for 23 yards. I'm not even satisfied with that. I'm not a coach or a player or even an associate of that team, but I'm not having that. I'm not having that at all. 8 rushes for 23 yards or something like that. There's no way, man. I will write a letter if that happens again. So anyway, happy Blue Friday. I'm about to go in here and go to work because I love my job. And fuck the Buccaneers. Go Seahawks.